Hi guys, welcome to Fun SQL. I'm back with another video and today we are going to solve yet another important question which is going to help you a lot if you are trying to appear for a data analysis interview or a SQL interview. So the question that we have today would focus explicitly on to a few operators like the group by operators or the where clause, how we can use it in a real case scenario, and we will also dive into the window function today. So this question that we have today is again a beginner friendly question, but I've seen lots of intermediary or even advanced people who have been working on SQL for a quite a long time struggle with this because group by is one tricky operator. So if the secret to learning the group by is to have the understanding of your table, a very good understanding of your table. So let's look at the question that we have today. So today we have a product table, right? So and we have this a product ID. This is ID, so you can consider this as a product ID. We have a category ID, so this is unique to every category. This product ID is unique to every product. This is the price that we have of each product, and this is the rating that that product has acquired, right? And additionally we have a categories table that contains the category ID and this category ID and this category ID. So that's what we are going to join on. This is the unique column in both of the tables. This is the category name and this is active. So this is just for the demonstration purpose. It doesn't mean if the product is active or not. We can assume this as like if the product is available in the warehouse or not, right? So what the question that we have today is for each active category. So we are talking about this E is active column, right? So for each active category, we have to find the product that has acquired the highest rating, and among those we have to pick the product which has the lowest price. So that's what is going to give us the best product that we have in our store, right? So the product that has received the highest rating, so the even the price is lower, right? With the lowest price the price is lower, and also it has the highest rating, so that product is a genuinely good product, and it's going to help our business realize that okay, so this product is being liked by the customers all across the country. So what we can do is we can focus more on this product, and we can you know uh, marketize, or we can even increase the sales of this particular product, because this is bringing out good revenue for us, because this is the product that is highest rated and it is also lowest priced. Okay, so so this is the business logic here of this question, and this is how you're going to interpret it. And what we have to do, we have to return ID, the product ID, we have to return the category name, we have to return the rating, and we have to return the price. So let's look at the tables here, right? So this is a product table that we have. Okay, so this is the ID that I told you, like this ID is unique to every product. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, we have 7 products, right? This is the category ID. So these three, the first three products belong to the category ID 10, that is electronics. The next three ID belongs to the category 11, that is home appliances, and the third category, this is 12, this belongs to books. Okay, so we can see that among these three categories only two are active and books is not active. So what we have to find, we have to find for every active category, we have to find for each active category, we have to find their best rated product with the lowest price. So if we look here, just focus on the category ID 10, the electronics. So in this category, we have the highest rated product is product 3 ID 3, that is 4.8, right? So there is no clash of the rating here, so this is straightforward, right? We will just output ID 3 category 10, electronics, price is 700 and rating is 4.8, right? But if you look at the category ID 11 here, we can see there is a clash of the highest rated product, right? The product 4 and product 5, they both have received the rating of 4.9 out of 5. Okay, but we can see that product 4 has the lower price than the product 5. So that's what we are going to output here. So what we need this product, we need 300, this product ID 4, not the product ID 5, though they have the same rating, though they are both the highest rated in this category, but this is the lowest price, so we need this. And for 12, since the book is not even active, they should not be returned. Okay, so in our table there should only be two rows, one with the product ID 3 with the rating 4.8, and other should be the product ID 4 with the rating of 4.9. Okay, so let's get into the SQL and see how we can approach this. So I am into my local server, so let's first look at the tables that we have. We have the product tables, so, and we have the categories table, right? So this is it. So we can see here that's the same table that we have. So how are we going to approach it? That's the bigger problem. So what we have three things here, right? First of all, we have active products. Okay, then we have, among the active products, we need the highest rated products. Okay, and among those highest rated products, what we need is we need the minimum priced products. Okay, so these three things that we have to take care of. So like I said in the previous video as well, like if you have a problem, try and break up into the smaller problems, try and break that into the smaller problems. So since we have to fetch three different things here, we can see like we have one active products question, we have one with the highest rated, and one among those what we have is the minimum price, right? So how we can approach is like we can break the problem into these three problems. Okay, so we can solve it either by common table expression, we can create three common table expressions, or we can create three temporary tables. Again, if you're working on SQL Server, you must be familiar with the temporary tables. If not, if you're working on Oracle or MySQL, you can go ahead and solve this using common table expression. So I am going to solve here by temporary tables. You can just recreate this by CT. Okay, so let's first focus on the active products, right? So let's first find all the active products that we have. So we will do select, and from where we are selecting, from products P, join category C on P dot, sorry, category ID is equals to P dot, sorry, C dot category ID. Okay, so what do we need? We need everything, right? Let's combine these two tables and find all the active products. Okay, so we need p dot id, we need p dot category id, we need c dot uh, category name. Okay, again we need p dot rating, and we need p dot price. So this is all the columns we need, and now we have to filter it by the active categories. So what we will do, we will do where c dot is active is equals to 1, and let's create one temporary table into active. Okay, so let's run this and see if we can get any results. Okay, 6 rows affected, so let's see. Okay, let's look at our temporary table, star from active, sorry. Okay, so now we have combined the product table and the categories table into one, and now we have only the active product. We don't see here the category ID of 12, the books category, because it was not active. Okay, so what we need to do now, okay, so we have broken down the first problem. This is done. Okay, now among those active products, what we need the product with the highest rating. So let's create another uh, temporary table with the highest rating. So now we are, now since we have combined the product and categories table into one table, so now we are only going to use this table. So what we can do is select uh, category ID. Okay, so here I want to uh, tell you about the group by that we are going to do. So when the group by happens, okay, when we apply the group by operator on any of the table, any of we write any group by query. So what the group by does is, like, for the group by, every set of these row is a is one, like, is one element, right? It considers this as a one element, and it groups into, if there are three elements, it will group all three elements into one element based on the aggregation that you provide, right? So here we can see that if we are just going to write, let me write it. If we are going to write select id, and if we are going to write category id, category name, and price, okay, and let's take the rating as well, and let's take the maximum price, okay, maximum price as highest price, okay. So okay, oh sorry, we have to find the highest rating. What am I doing? Is highest rating, and let's take the price as well. So let's group it, okay, let's try to group it from active, and then the, like, whatever column we use in the select clause, we have to use all of those column in the group by, okay. So we have to use category name, and we have to use the price. Now let's run it, and let's see if it groups by the highest price, okay. It doesn't, right? So we can see there are again three elements for 10 and three elements for 11. So why cannot it group it? Because it cannot group it because it's taking each particular row as one element, and it's trying to group by these elements. So this id column, the problem is with this id column, this id column has every value as unique, okay. It's not repeating, even though for the repeating category id, this product id is not being repeated. So the group by clause cannot group it, okay. So this cannot group 1 2 and 3 into 1. So what's it going to group it by? So that's the problem here. So what we have to do, we have to exclude this product id. The problem is here, even, okay. So now I'm going to exclude that, I'm going to exclude this, and I'm going to exclude this, okay, and just keep the category id. Now let's see if we can group it. Okay, now we have grouped it, right? For category 10, the highest rated product is 4.8. For category 11, the highest rating is 4.9. Okay, so let's put this into uh, rating temp table. Okay, so now we have achieved two of the things. Let's run it first. We have run it. Okay, so now we have achieved two of the problems, right? Two of the three problems. We have taken out the active products. Among those active products, we have taken out the highest rated products. Now what we have to do, like, we have to find among those highest rated and active products, we have to find the minimum price products, right? So what we have to do is, what we are going to do is we are going to find the minimum price. Okay, let's again select star from, let's look at our table, the table that we combine the product and the categories table. So we have to find the minimum price among those who are highest rated. So for the 10th category, we are going to fetch this 700 because the rating does not clash. So this would be the only price that we are going to get, because for highest rating we have to get the price. For the 11th category, what we are going to fetch, we are going to fetch this 300 price, not this 310, because since the highest rating is being clashed, we are going to fetch this one. So what's the trick of doing this? So what we can do is, again, we are going to since we are going to join, we are not going to join by this id, because again it will not create a group since every of the row is unique in this table, right? So category id, and we are going to find minimum price as minimum price. Okay, from active. Now what we have to find, we have again read the question very carefully, because uh, you have to know your table pretty well before using the group by. So what we have to do, like, we don't just have to find the minimum price, we have to find the minimum price for the highest rated product. Okay, so the question is not simply to find the minimum price of this table, we have to find the highest rated, sorry, we have to find the minimum price of the highest rated product. So what is the highest rate, the highest rating each product have, that we have calculated in this rating table. Okay, so that's what we are going to do, we are going to join this table here. So if we are inner joining the active and the rating table, so we are only going to get only those products that are present in both of these tables. Okay, only the 10th and 11th category. So again on, let's do it a, let's do it R, and since this is in both of the tables, let's write it as a category. Okay, on, so a dot category id is equals to r dot category id. Now here is the tricky part. So again we have just joined it by the category id, so it is, again it is going to fetch the minimum product for each category. So it will fetch this 500 for 10th, and it will fetch this 290 for 11th, but we have to find it for the highest rated product. So for the highest rated product, what we are going to do, and r dot, sorry, r dot highest rating is equals to a dot rating. So now what we are doing is, not only we are joining on this category id, we are also telling it to join on this rating. Okay, the highest rating. So the highest rating this 10th category has is 4.8, which is present into the rating temporary table, and this 11 has the highest rating of 4.9, which is present in the rating table. So let's run it and let's see if we get it. Okay, oh sorry, we haven't grouped by, right? Grouped by a dot category id. So let's run it, see we are going. Okay, so yeah, we have gotten it, right? So for 11th, for the maximum rating we have this price, and for the 10th for the maximum rating we have this price. Okay, so again let's put this into another temp table, into, let's say, minimum price. Okay, so now we have all of these tables created. Okay, we have all of these tables created. So we have broken down active products, we have broken down the highest rated products, and among those we have broken down the minimum price products. So now what we are going to do, we are just going to join all of these tables and we are going to get our results. Okay, so select a dot id, now we can get the id, and we can get a dot category id, we can get a dot category name, we can get a dot rating, and we can get a dot price. Okay, from active. So now why are we going to join the rating and the minimum price temp table? To find the highest rated product among these, and among those highest rated product, the minimum price products. Okay, so we are going to join rating r on a dot category id is equals to r dot category id, and a dot rating is equals to r dot highest rating. So now we have all the products with the highest rating. Okay, so among those highest rating, what we need the minimum price. So we are going to join this minimum price m on a dot category id is equals to m dot category id, and Now since we need the minimum price from the active table, so a dot price is equals to m dot minimum price. Okay, so now let's run this. So what we have done here is we have taken all of the products and all of the categories from the active table and we have joined the rating. So the only we are getting only the products that are present in all of these tables since we are inner joining it. So we are getting the products with the highest rating and we are getting the among those we are getting the product with the minimum price. So let's run it and see if we get the result. Sorry, a dot category id. It's okay. Now let's run it. So here it is. This is our required result. So product ID 3 of the category 10 of electronics has the highest rating, and see we are getting this 300. Okay, we are not getting that 310 product that we had. So this is how you can build upon the query that you have. It was a simple there was only two tables. It was a simple question, but it was a lot complicated than it seemed at first, and it's very easy, to get lost into the group by clause or the three common table expressions or the temporary tables that you will create. So now, since that I have mentioned before that this SQL is a very flexible language, right? So there is no a hard approach to a certain problem. So uh, you can take a scenario, a business scenario, or a real life scenario, and you can approach it however you like. You can use whatever functions you like. So here I have used temporary tables. You can use common table expression, and we can also combine the window function here. You can also solve it primarily by the subquery, but solving it by the subquery would be very difficult because since we have created three common table expressions, we'll have to create three subqueries. It will not be efficient. The performance will be bad, especially when you have thousands and millions of rows in your industry data. So what we can do, we can leverage the window function, and if this feels complicated to you, that's going to feel a lot easier. So let's I am hoping that you guys know about this function, this row number function. So what row number does is whatever row that you have in a column, whatever rows you have in all the columns here, so you have to provide like how are you going to rank it, or how you are going to partition it. So if you are going to partition by the, for example, let's look at this table. So how we're going to partition it. So if you provide like I'm going to partition it by the category ID. So what it's going to do, this will be row number 1, this will be row number 2, and this will be row number 3. And since we have partitioned it by the category, so this is now a new category 11. So this will be 1 again, this will be 2, and this will be 3 again. If you are going to partition it by this id column, so since every row is unique, so it will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3, 4, 5, 6. So there will be 6 rows for the row number. Okay, so that's how the row number works, and you can also sort it, you can also order it. So let's see how we can do it. So what we have to find, we have to find the highest rated products, highest of each category. So what we are going to do, we are going to partition it by the category id, and since we need the minimum price product and the highest rated product, right? So we are going to order it by the highest rating and then among those the lowest price. Okay, so let's see how it's going to be. So okay, so from products p, join category C on P dot category ID is equals to C dot category ID, where C dot is active is equals to 1, because first of all we have to find the active products. Now let's start building up on the columns. So it's P dot ID, we have again P dot category ID, we have C dot category name, we have P dot rating, and we have P dot price. So this is all we have. Now we are going to use this window function, this row number. Okay, so the syntax goes like this, and we have to use an over clause, and here we are going to write how we are going to partition it. So we are going to partition by p dot category id, and then we are going to order by, since we need the highest rated products first, so p dot rating descending, and then p dot price ascending. Okay, so we need not explicitly write ascending, it's going to be uh, ascending by default. So what we have done, we have partitioned it by the category id. So every category, every unique category will have a unique row, and then what we need a highest rated product, and we need the, among those we need the lowest rated price. So as this, so let's run this and see if we get the result. Okay, okay, so what we have here, so for category 10, what we needed the product with the highest price, okay, and the lowest, the highest rating and the lowest price. So that we have got in here, because since the highest rating does not clash, we have gotten this. So for the 11 here, what we needed the highest rated product. So 4.9 is the highest rated, and so this is the highest rated, and among that what we needed is the lowest price. So among this we have received this 300 as the lowest price. This is the lower, this is lower than 310. So what we are seeing here, that we have what we wanted this row first, that's why we mentioned it here. So this is row 1 for category id 11, and this is row 1 for category id 10. So what we can simply do is we can simply fetch out this first rank, like first row of each of the category, and we are going to get our result. So this is the output that we want, right? This is the output that we want. This, for 11 we want this row, and for 10 we want this row. So what we can do, we can leverage our subquery here, and we can parenthesize it, give this an alias, let's say t, and what we need is id, we need is category id, we need is category name, because from this table only we are going to need it, right? And we are going to need rating, and we are going to need price. Okay, so from what we are going to need, from this table, right, this table that we have created, so from this table we are going to need it, and we are going to need only this first rank. So what we are going to do, where t dot rnk is equals to 1. Okay, so this is the query where we are leveraging our both subquery and the window function to use it. Okay, let's run it, and here you go, we have the result again. So this is in my opinion, this is a lot cleaner, lot readable, and easier to write, easier to understand than all these temporary tables that we have created. Even if you're going to do it with the common table expression, you'll have to create those. So go ahead and write your own solution, your own approach in the comment, and let me know how you're going to approach this problem. And hope you've liked this, hope you've understood how we can how the group by works, how every row in the group by clause is an element, and how it cannot group it by the unique id that is present in this table. So okay, so that's it for today, and hope to see you again, guys. Okay, thank you, bye bye.